year is 1361. The 100 Years' War has already raged for more than 2 decades. England and France have fought across fields, rivers, and fortified towns, leaving thousands dead and entire provinces devastated. Yet one of the war's most extraordinary battles will not be fought by kings or massive armies. Instead, it will be fought by 2 elite groups of professional warriors, just 300 men on each side. No civilians, no conscripted peasants, no grand strategy, only steel, honor, and survival. History remembers it as the Combat of the 30. It is one of the most unusual battles ever fought. The conflict takes place in Brittany, a region in northwestern France caught in its own civil war. 2 rival claimants fight for control of the Duchy of Brittany. One side is backed by England, the other is supported by France. The struggle becomes part of the much larger 100 Years' War, drawing experienced knights and mercenary companies from across Europe. For years, castles change hands, villages burn, and civilians suffer the consequences. Raids become increasingly brutal. Livestock is stolen, crops are destroyed, prisoners are ransomed or executed. Neither side gains a decisive advantage. In 1361, the English allied garrison at Ploermel is commanded by Sir Robert Bemborough, an experienced knight believed to have come from England. Across the frontier, the French allied fortress of Josselin is commanded by Jean de Beaumanoir, a respected Breton noble. Both commanders are weary of endless raids that accomplish little beyond spreading misery. According to medieval chroniclers, Beaumanoir proposes an extraordinary solution. Instead of allowing the countryside to suffer further, each side will choose 30 of its finest fighting men. The champions will meet in open ground. The winner will claim honor, prestige, and moral victory. Whether the proposal truly originated this way is debated by historians, but both commanders agree. Preparations begin immediately. These are not ordinary soldiers. Each side carefully selects experienced knights, squires, and men-at-arms. Most have spent their entire lives training for combat. Their armor is among the finest available in Europe. Steel helmets protect their heads, mail covers the joints. Plate armor shields the chest, shoulders, and limbs. Their weapons include swords, battle axes, spears, daggers, and heavy maces capable of crushing armor. This will not resemble the tournaments held for entertainment. There are no blunted weapons, no staged contests. Every strike is intended to kill. On March 26, 1361, the 2 groups meet at a field roughly halfway between their strongholds. Spectators gather from nearby villages and castles. Nobles, soldiers, clergy, and peasants watch silently. Everyone understands they are about to witness something extraordinary. Before the fighting begins, both commanders establish rules. Mounted combat will give way to fighting on foot. If a warrior is captured, he may be ransomed according to the customs of chivalry. There will be no interference from outside forces. When the signal is given, 60 armored warriors advance toward one another. The collision is tremendous. Steel crashes against steel. Axes splinter shields. Spears shatter on impact. Within moments, the battlefield becomes a series of desperate individual duels mixed with brutal group fighting. Unlike large medieval battles, there is nowhere to hide. Every man is constantly engaged. There are no reserves waiting behind the lines. No fresh troops to replace the exhausted. Every injury matters. Every death weakens the entire formation. Hours pass beneath the Breton sun. Armor becomes unbearably heavy. Men struggle to breathe through enclosed helmets. Water runs low. Blood mixes with mud beneath their feet. At one point, Jean de Beaumanoir reportedly becomes so exhausted and thirsty that he asks for water. Another knight famously replies, "Drink your blood, Beaumanoir. Your thirst will pass." Whether these exact words were spoken cannot be proven, but they become one of medieval Europe's most famous quotations, symbolizing determination in the face of overwhelming exhaustion. The battle continues. Neither side gains a decisive advantage. Bodies now cover the field. Many survivors fight while wounded. Broken swords are replaced with axes. Shattered axes give way to daggers. Combat becomes slower, but even more violent as fatigue overwhelms skill. Eventually, the English allied force begins losing cohesion. Several of its leaders are killed or seriously wounded. Recognizing the opportunity, the French allied warriors press forward together. a final coordinated assault breaks the opposing line. One by one, the remaining English supporters surrender or are cut down. When the fighting finally ends, the field is covered with casualties. Contemporary accounts differ slightly, but most agree that around 9 warriors on the English Allied side are dead, while many others are wounded or captured. The French Allied force also suffers severe losses, with several men killed and nearly every survivor wounded. No one leaves the battlefield untouched. By modern military standards, the combat of the 30 changes almost nothing. No kingdom falls, no capital is captured, no frontier shifts dramatically. Yet throughout medieval Europe, news of the encounter spreads rapidly. Poets celebrate it, chroniclers record it, knights speak of it with admiration. To many people of the 14th century, it represents the highest ideals of chivalry, courage, discipline, loyalty, and personal honor. Modern historians, however, offer a more balanced view. While the combat certainly demonstrated remarkable bravery, it also reflected the contradictions of medieval warfare. The same knights praised for honor often participated in devastating raids against civilians. The same code of chivalry that protected noble prisoners offered little protection to ordinary villagers caught between rival armies. The combat of the 30 therefore occupies a unique place in history. It was both a genuine display of extraordinary courage and a carefully remembered symbol shaped by medieval writers who wished to celebrate knightly ideals. Even so, the battle remains unlike almost any other. 60 professional warriors voluntarily entered a fight where survival depended entirely on personal skill, endurance, and the determination of the men beside them. There were no hidden ambushes, no overwhelming numbers, no revolutionary weapons, only discipline, training, and courage. Today, the fields of Brittany are peaceful. The castles still stand. The sounds of clashing steel have long since faded. Yet more than 6 centuries later, the combat of the 30 remains one of history's most remarkable examples of organized single combat on a battlefield. A contest where honor was valued as highly as victory, and where 60 men fought not for conquest, but for the reputation that would outlive them all.